Is this boat all aluminum construction?
Yes, it is.
Are the pontoons and the cross bracing and all the rails and decking all aluminum?
Yes, they are all aluminum.
All right, cool. That's great. I have a ladder in front. What is that?
That ladder is to get to the top of the boat, to the fly bridge area.
So we actually have access fore and aft then, right?
Yes, we do. Fore and aft. There's
Wow.
access to the top of the boat.
That's nice. That's a nice setup.
It's not too steep. Easy accessibility.
More like a staircase than a ladder, huh?
Absolutely. And safe. Anybody can get up and down the ladder.
I'm around the side of the boat right now. Nothing other than the aluminum pontoons are showing. The top railing, solid aluminum.
Yep.
2 bathrooms are the small bathrooms, larger living room windows. This is panoramic of actually the starboard side, right side of the boat. What can you tell me about those long windows, Scott?
Those windows are positioned perfectly for when you're sitting at the dining room table. You can look out and see the lake or wherever you happen to be. This boat is located. You'll be able to sit, eat your meal, and look at the water. It's quite beautiful.
This boat, yeah, that makes this boat really nice. What can you tell me about the back of this boat?
Well, first we have built this wonderful slide that one of the main features on any houseboat will be a slide, as we know that there's families that come and enjoy themselves on these vessels.
I see a really...
This slide is a wonderful asset that even the adults enjoy. We
see...
also have an 8.5 Westerbeke generator that is going to be able to run all your needs inside the boat.
So that's an 8.5 Westerbeke.
That's an 8.5 Westerbeke.
How about the main engine?
The main engine is a 35 horsepower Volvo with a Volvo Penta SX Drive.
Okay, SX Drive with 135 horsepower, I think it is.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, did I say 35? Yeah. You wouldn't be getting around too much on the lake with the 35 horsepower, folks.
Okay.
But 135 horsepower, that's going to get you to cruise around, a good 10, 15 miles an hour.
We have a really nice boarding ladder that tucks right up inside the boat. And I notice we have a spotlight. Is that remote? We can run that off the dash?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's neat.
Bedroom. Stop. Bedroom here. Plenty of closet space and a nice big bed. And you also have a door right here for privacy as well.
We walk in here. We're going to get a shot of the cabinetry that's in here. Go all the way to the floor. It has reading lights and cooling fans in every bedroom.
Making it convenient.
Yes. This is the staircase to the penthouse, and you have a double penthouse. If we go back up, we scan back up again, we'll see that we have 2 entranceways, and we'll be up there in a minute. But we're going to show you where the AC is.
Not so noisy as it could be if it were on top of the vessel.
This is a 2.5-ton train unit, and it's the household unit, so works quite well. This is inside the penthouse. This penthouse actually wraps around, and we have cooling fan in it. Penthouse here, the next penthouse.
Bill,
go over here.
Don't ever say I didn't
go right over to here and back into there, and that should do it for the penthouse. The penthouse again, because we didn't have our little ESI on, and we may not have been able to keep it that steady. But that's the second part of the penthouse. You're on, Scott.
Here's our half bath with a toilet and a sink and some cabinets down below. Room with storage units, cabinets, reading lights, another fan. And in this bedroom, we also have the control panel. That's going to be for your appliances, your hot tub.
This is the control panel, right, Scott?
This is the control panel, and you can control this. This is what controls your jacuzzi, refrigerator, and things of that nature. This is 12 volt, and here's your 120, and you can charge this by your generator through an inverter.
Inverter, Scott, is that a 2500 inverter?
That's a 2500 inverter.
Oh, that's a nice size inverter. That'll run the microwave and everything. Cooling.
It will run the. You can. When you have the inverter charged completely, you can run all your appliances that don't need 120 fine. And then at the end of the evening, normally you'll run your generator for a while to recharge that inverter for the next day. Wonderful big bathroom. Very nice size shower. Towel racks.
So this is the full bath.
That's the full bath.
And I noticed a little faucet on the corner. That must be for all fresh water.
That is all fresh water. If you look throughout the vessel, that will be where fresh water comes out of on the boat. Up on kitchen area, nice big island, cutting board, cabinets down below, cabinets here. Here's our 2 refrigerators.
The windows with the dining room table. We got all the back area with the wine rack and also stem glass holder, trash compactor. What we got over here, Scott?
Here we have a Magic Chef range, stove, and then we have a microwave, a GE microwave. Here's an island with a cutting board, cabinets on the inside here, more cabinets here, of course. Here we have our refrigerators right here, our 2 reefers, and of course our sink with another freshwater spigot as well.
All right. Dining area, dining table, service counter, everything. Get another shot of it, just another angle of this for everybody to kind of see. Looks like we have a full entertainment center, huh, Scott?
Yes, we do. A full-on entertainment center, VCR, DVD.
Gas fireplace?
That's a gas fireplace for a beautiful ambiance in the evenings while you're having dinner.
All right, helm. And we have a Weber barbecue, gas barbecue outside. So this is the let-out couch, right?
Great, very comfortable couch with a nice coffee table in front for you to sit and enjoy the fireplace or a movie in the evenings.
All right, I'm just going to pan around the kitchen again, get a little bit, maybe a different view so everybody get an idea of the boat. That's cool. Okay, so it's another just panoraming the kitchen and the dining area. And you know, I noticed something, Scott, about a couple cabinets on the side of that table. Can you tell me what those are all the way over to our left-hand side?
A little cubby hole that will get you to the small little sleeping quarters. It's the only way that is accessible is through this, and this is a great spot for the kids.
Okay, so it's kind of their own private little fort area.
It is. There. It's like a little fort, and then right next to here is where we store the PFDs, which are your personal flotation devices that are required on the vessel. Depending on how many people you have on the boat, you will need to have that many PFDs on board.
Thank you. So we got a good-sized large hot tub here, it looks like.
We sure do, Bill. This is an 8-person capacity hot tub. You can seat 4 to 6 really comfortably, but 8 people can get in this. And this is quite comfortable when you're out after a long day on the water and looking up at the beautiful stars wherever you happen to be boating.
So I'm looking at the flying bridge, and then we also have a cover for the flying bridge. So
absolutely.
For shade, right?
Yeah, and that bimini is very easy to put up. You put that up and it gives you shade for when you're driving at the flying bridge, which is a big popular item when you're out boating on these houseboats, is driving from up top.
I also see speakers, so it must have its own stereo up here.
Absolutely, and that stereo is right over by below the throttle, and that is a separate unit from the stereo down below.
And our front access, there's the hole for the front access. That's cool.
For the front access. This is a feature, man.
This is the penthouse. This would be your sun deck, if you wanted to use sun deck. And this is the top of the boat. As you can see, it's very roomy up top. A lot of room. It's got nice creature comforts up top with the hot tub, stereo, things like that. Part of the boat, because we forgot one of the nice issues of this boat.
Up top, right here, Bill, is what we have is indirect lighting. It's like rope lighting, and it gives a nice, soft ambiance feel.
And it goes all the way around the outside perimeter of the boat, all the way around this whole room area,
absolutely,
right?
It goes all the way around, all the way over to by this side of the couch, so you really can have a nice, soft feel in the boat.
How about the lighting overall? What kind of lights are those?
These are halogen lights, and they put off a really nice light, and they're not too bright. They don't blast your cooking or wanting to play cards or visit at the coffee table.
All right, cool. And they're all recessed, so they stay out of everybody's way.
Yep.
Dynamite. I notice it's got a nice insulated ceiling with a rug on it, sort of a kind of a rug. I'm not for sure what that is, but kind of looks like that, but it makes it really look nice.
Yes, it does.
Makes it appointed really good. These are those windows again. So you're dining out here. Remember, we're looking at a parking lot, but you'll be going to look at the lake, and you'll have a full total bottom view, and then at the very top, you'll be looking at the sky, which is a nice, nice feature.